Hi everyone, welcome to the course and let's continue with our data types. So in the previous lecture we saw and we covered our integer. We saw that there is nothing called integer, right? If you want to have integer and our decimal, so for that we will refer to number data type, okay? And if you have to write something as a collection of your character, we saw that that is string. So there are three different ways: single quote, double quote and literals. So that these things we called as literals, okay? And we covered begin that whenever we have the larger number, we always put n at the last of the number so that exact number will be printed on our screen, okay? So now let's move forward with another kind of data type. And in string, I also want to show you something. Let's suppose let num5. Num5 is basically a variable. A variable can be anything, but try to always put a variable name something relevant. Don't put x, y, z. Okay. So I want to console.log 5 plus, and let's suppose there is let num2. This is num1 and this is num2. Okay, this is 10. So what I want to print is num1 plus num2. Normal arithmetic addition, I want to do sum of two numbers. So I am adding num1 plus num2. That means two numbers should add and my total should be 15. Okay, so now let's see. I am getting as 15. But what if I have one number and another one is string? Let's see how JavaScript behave in that terms. So if I am converting this into a string, so my 5 and 10 will give me answer as 110. See over here, it is giving me 510. Why? Because JavaScript compiler, what it will do is it will take the number and it will concatenate the string. Concatenation means we are collecting those both the numbers and the string to as a string. So whenever you want to check the data type of any number, how you will do that? See, you will put console .log. So let's say this is num1. You are not going to print num1. You want to check the data type. So what you will do is you will use a method called typeof. So typeof basically tells you the data type of that particular variable. So num1, let's check. So num1 is your 5, which is number. Okay. Now let's check for num2. Num2 is your string, which is your 10. Yes. So now I want to check the type of num1 plus num2. Let's see. So what you will do, you will just use your typeof method and just paste your num1 and num2. See, it is string. That means your 5 plus 10 is considered as string in JavaScript. Okay, you cannot add one number and one string. That means concatenation will be performed. It is nothing like that you will get an error. You will get the result, but at the end it is going to be your string. So I hope that is this thing is clear to you. Now let's come to the next thing, which is your boolean. Let's say I said 5 num is equals to 5. Okay, that means I have given num as 5. So console.log num 5 is equals to 5. What it should get? We should get true or false. So boolean means either true value or false value. Okay. So 5 is equivalent to 5. Let's see. You will get true. If I'll write, this is comparison operator. When there is a double quotes, there is double equals to, that means we are doing some kind of comparison. Okay, I am comparing 5 with 5. So I am getting true because 5 is true. Yes, 5 is equals to true, right? So if I will put 10 over here, this is false. This should give me false. So it will give me false. Okay. So this is your Boolean data type. Now let's come to your undefined. Let's suppose I have declared this number, okay, and I am also printing this number. What do you think? What it will give me? Now let's go back and check. It is giving me undefined. So undefined will come in that scenario when you have created a variable but you have not assigned any value to that. Okay, so that means that is your undefined. Now one more thing is there. Let's suppose you have 3 as a string and you want to multiply with the number. Now think, is it possible to multiply a string with a number? No. Then what you will get as an answer? See, when you will print it, you are getting it as a 3. And just print the type of this. See, you are getting a number, but we saw that we can never add a number with a string that will give me a string. But how it is possible that I am multiplying any number and I am getting as number? I am multiplying string as a number. This is because JavaScript, whenever we have plus sign, it automatically treats as a concatenation, and apart from that, if you have any arithmetic operators like subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, it is automatically going to treat my string as a number. Okay, so that is why I am getting here as a number and it is giving me 3 after multiplication. Okay. Now let's suppose I have defined this num is equals to null. Null means this is an empty variable. I have assigned nothing but null. So now print it, console.log num, and check you are getting null. But why there is need of null data type? See, when I am writing num equals to 5, what is printing? 5 over here. So what was the use case of null? So null, whenever we assign because we want to assign a value in the future. We are not sure currently that whether we want to assign a number or not. We want to give it in the future. So that's why we declared a variable and we put it as the null. So that later on, whenever I want to add some value in the future, I can assign to that. So you can see that this number 5 is overridden by null. So now null will not be there. In the place of null, there will be 5. So that's why you saw that 5 got printed. So that was your null. So we covered all the data types except symbol is there. So now look for symbol. So let's suppose I have defined a variable. Now I am using symbol and I am writing in the symbol AA. Okay, and I am printing that. So this symbol AA is printed. Why it is being used is whenever we want to define something uniquely, we go for symbol. So I hope you have understood all the data types till now we have covered, and later on we will do practice in upcoming lectures. So you will understand in a more better. Thank you so much everyone.